The U.S. military has carried out its 22nd strike on an alleged drug vessel. The strike, according to the New York Post, killed 4 male narco-terrorists traveling on a vessel designated by, quote, designated terror organization in international waters. According to the U.S. Southern Command, quote, intelligence confirmed that the vessel was carrying illicit narcotics and transiting along a known narco-trafficking route in the Eastern Pacific, end of quote. This brings the number of alleged drug runners killed at sea since September to 86. Footage was shared on social media by U.S. Command, showed a boat racing across the ocean before it stopped dead in its tracks by a fiery explosion. The Trump administration, of course, is being accused of engaging in a war crime. Never mind the vast number of drone strikes carried out during the Obama administration, over 500, killed about 3,000 people, including civilians, and at least 1 American. Mark Thiessen, a former Republican speechwriter, made the same argument. Number 93.
Barack Obama had a drone campaign. He fired 560 drone strikes, killed not just terrorists, but killed an American citizen, Anwar al-Awlaki. Did it on the ground, violating sovereignty instead of in international waters. And he regularly did what are called double tap and even triple tap strikes. I interviewed David Shedd, who, on my podcast, What the Hell is Going On Today, who was the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency under Obama. And he said, we did double tap strikes all of the time. In fact, we usually had a second Predator in the sky waiting for the intelligence to clear to see if there were any survivors so we could take them out. So this was a regular practice under the Obama administration because they were going after terrorists. Trump has declared these people foreign terrorist organizations. He's using the same authority as the Obama administration.
Now, in terms of how we characterize the fight between the United States and these drug cartels, here's what the DEA Administrator Terry Cole said earlier today.
This is all about saving American citizens and protecting our national security.
All right, so that's basically, in a nutshell, that's the 10-second elevator pitch, what this is all about. Democrats say that the Trump administration is desperately trying to make this like, it's al-Qaeda or it's ISIS. Well, I counted up, about 3,100 Americans died at the hands of al-Qaeda and ISIS. Last year in this country, it was 80,391 people died of overdose deaths in the United States. So is this or is this not a threat to American national security and to Americans?
If you're killed by a plane or if you're killed by poison, you're equally dead. Right? And these people are poisoning the American people. This is an act of terrorism. The president has full legal authority to do this. First of all, he designated them foreign terrorist organizations. Then he notified Congress that we were in an armed conflict with those terrorist organizations. Then he had the Office of Legal Counsel prepare a memo setting the parameters for what was legal and what was within the laws of war for carrying out these strikes. And they've been following that. Not a single lawyer has objected.
Bottom line is, Obama killed over 3,000 people. Over 200 were civilians, at least 1 American. Same people yelling and screaming about war crimes were silent. This organization has been designated a terror organization. Congress has been informed. A legal opinion has been rendered. This is just the latest in trying to bring down President Trump for something. First, it was Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the so-called Maryland man. Then, of course, the Epstein files. Now, by the way, a judge has ruled that all the files should be released. Trump is releasing everything. So all of a sudden, that's off the news. Now, all of a sudden, Trump is a war criminal. Gets credit for virtually nothing. Now, regarding these double taps, listen to Joe Borelli.
The person who orchestrated the Obama drone program, right? The Obama drone program, which killed hundreds of innocent people, right? Innocent people, not drug traffickers.
Those were not war crimes.
The person who orchestrated that, the Democratic Party in the Senate actually voted to promote that guy to the head of the CIA. So this is full of crap.
Your position, are you essentially saying that even if it was a war crime, you just don't care?
It's not a war crime if there's a boat with drugs floating in the ocean and they're shooting at it again.
But you just said, I don't care, about whether it was right or wrong. So are you actually definitively saying...
I do care because it's right.
So is it... So hold on.
To shoot missiles at drug traffickers, killing Americans is right.
So hold on. So let's... Okay.
So you're saying you don't care whether it's right or wrong. He didn't say that at all. He said he doesn't care that they were killed. Doesn't care that so-called survivors were killed because they were legitimate targets. That's what he was saying. I actually watched that CNN interview live with my own baby brown libertarian eyeballs, and she completely twisted what he said. If they were survivors clinging to the boat, I don't care because the strike, he said, was completely, totally legitimate.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.